So we're not outside today, we're inside, and that is because the camera still doesn't work. So we got tools together and we're gonna try and take it apart. Try to take it apart. Today's part one. Essentially what's happening is it'll turn on fine, and whatever setting the dial is, it'll go to, and the back dial doesn't work besides changing display, but it won't change. I have it set to my ISO, won't change my ISO. The menu button doesn't work. Custom Control 3 works. Shutter works. It locks on autofocus, but I cannot redo autofocus unless I go to the autofocus on button, and nothing else works button-wise. So we're gonna take it apart and see if there's anything visibly wrong with it before I try and pay a shop to do it. So off the bat, just visually looking at it, this spot is concerning for me because it looks like there could be some corrosion right in there, maybe from water. I bought the camera used and then immediately took it to Antarctica, but that screw definitely looks a little salty. And if we're looking in those ports, they look pretty clean. But yeah, we're going to take this camera apart today because otherwise I'm cameraless, and that's no good. The real problem here is I was born with the how hard can it be gene, and I probably shouldn't be taking this camera apart because it's a very expensive camera, but I guess it's broken either way, so how much more broken can it get? Let's find out. Well, we're committed. It's coming so far so good. The screen is sketchy because there's that ribbon and I really don't want to break it. The rest seems to be 3 sets of screws, big, medium, and little. All the big ones are external screws. The teeny tiny ones are for the monitor, and the other ones are for internal screws. So it should be easy enough to give to somebody when I mess it up and say, here's everything, sorry, please fix. No, I'm fairly doing it right now. I found one website that's really well written and broken down, so I'm just gonna keep plugging along and we'll see if I can find anything. This is still the biggest spot of concern that tells me that something water related is going on. But in there it looks fine. So we're gonna keep taking it apart and seeing what we find. Now we're really committed. Camera's in 2 pieces. Lots of little stuff. Hope I know where it goes back together. All right, so far nothing besides that little piece that I was pointing to earlier stands out as being bad. I'm gonna keep taking it apart, and these ribbons are terrifying though. So I'm gonna keep taking it apart and seeing if I can see something obviously bad, and if not, I'll put it back together. And then on Monday or Tuesday, I'll go to the camera shop and see how much to get sent out and be like, I just don't know what's wrong with it. All right, another check-in. We've got the back off, the top off, the grip off. We're down to potentially where I am beyond my capabilities because I don't know, the spot of corrosion is over here, but nothing looks messed up, really. So I pulled a bunch of stuff. Camera looks to be in great shape. It may just go back together tonight and then see if it works. See if I pulled things enough apart to put them back together to make it work. Maybe just go back together tonight to see if it works. And if not, then put it in a box and Monday go to the camera store and say, please, please, please help me.
3 hours later.
All right, so camera is back together and it's still not working. So it's doing the exact same thing it was before. Menu doesn't work. Nothing on the back works besides autofocus on, shutter, custom 3, and display. It lights up the ISO when I spin it, but it doesn't change the ISO, so it's stuck at 10,000. So I will be going to the camera shop on Monday to see if they can help me, hopefully. But I'm pretty impressed that I took it all the way apart down the motherboard and got it back together.